10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Woo! Hello and welcome to the New Year's Eve edition of Two Fat Guys Talking Flowers, where we're always going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly about flowers. We got Joel, we got Ryan, Mike, me, I'm the Fern, and our beautiful, amazing, awesome, esteemed guest today is none other than one of my favorite people, Juanita Coloma, Jeff Fresh Flower Grower. Woo!
Thank you very much, guys, for that nice introduction.
We're going to have a quick cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's.
Cheers.
Slonta.
Salud.
Look at my eyes, please.
Yes. No bad luck. No bad luck.
Please.
You must look at the eyes. Those are the rules.
Right.
Well, guys, look at that. And just like that, snap your fingers and we're in New Year's.
Yeah.
Facing 2023.
2023. God. Wow. I turned 60 in 2023.
Are you doing a big party?
No.
Yes.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Yes.
I'll be up at the
What do you
lake by
mean?
myself.
What do you mean? No.
Yeah.
Me and mommy at the lake.
You
No.
should have a great party,
You
man.
gotta
Come
fly down.
on.
How
Why don't
you
you
not gonna
book
have a
a?
big 60s
Why don't you
party?
charter a jet? We'll load it up with people. We'll fly it up right to that airport.
I think that's a better idea.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
We'll all come up, man.
I don't have a jet other than the one hanging up here in Australia.
We'll just borrow one. We don't need we don't need to buy it.
Yeah.
No.
God, I thought in 2023 we'd be living like the Jetsons with our flying cars.
They're happening. The flying
Not
cars are
here.
happening.
We're not
That's
ready.
Just
As a,
they're
we're
just
not ready
big-ass
as a
drones.
society to
They're
have
big
flying
ass
cars.
drones.
I've
We're
seen
not
them on
ready
the
for that.
TikTok. There's plenty of them.
We're not ready for that. We can barely drive on the streets.
Right.
We're in a free
We
range.
haven't
in the
mastered
air.
electric vehicles yet.
We can't.
You know what's happening in 2023? Speaking of electric vehicles,
Oh, okay.
What's
What?
coming?
What?
What's happening?
the 2023 Volkswagen electric bus Combi is coming.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
And we were going to get one.
Fantastic.
Are we not gonna get
All
one?
We are
Jet
gonna
Fresh
get one.
branded?
Yeah, all hippie
Yay.
branded. Yeah.
We need to see
Yeah.
that.
But like at the same time, how much do you want to change it? Isn't it like you want to kind of keep it
No,
a
it
VW
needs
bus,
to be
right?
a VW bus, but a hippie VW bus. You
But
gotta
they're-
wrap it, right?
so
You
they're-
Do they
gotta
get
wrap it.
futuristic stickers?
They're bringing
or
it back.
or retro stickers?
No, they're bringing it back
Retro.
with like the original body look, but they've made it really modern at the same time.
good
So you
looking.
could tell that it's a VW bus, but it's more like a EV.
Is
I
it,
can't
is it
wait.
weird to wrap it to make it look like the old one?
No,
No,
is
that weird?
No,
the
that's
best
what's gotta
thing. That's
happen.
what you
Kinda
gotta
don't.
do.
That's
I
exactly.
kinda
Do
don't
you think
like
that
it
people like
from that
really
shot,
like
Joel.
60 would like to see it in a modern way? Or,
Yeah. That's
what I was- that's what I was thinking,
because
right?
these people is kind of nostalgic with.
Yeah, no,
they
it's
don't
gotta
want to
be.
change.
Gotta be that
Do I
way.
get to medicate in that bus?
The front's cool.
Yeah,
The front of it looks cool.
I love it.
He
I
said
can't
yeah.
wait for
I
it.
like it too.
He said, "Yeah." I don't know if you heard what I said, but he said, "Yeah, ladies and
I
gentlemen."
can't
this
wait
is a
for
recorded
it.
record.
It's not even a delivery van. It's just going to be is it a prop?
It's
It should be a delivery van,
It's a
right?
quickie delivery van.
Are you gonna put a
Pickups and
refrigerator in the
deliveries.
back?
No,
It's gonna be the medication
no,
station.
it's a quickie pickup and delivery thing. Just emergencies only.
We could turn it into we could turn that into the studio. We could do recordings in there.
Oh my God!
Ryan,
How
did you
awesome
know,
would that be?
Did you know that Santa and Mrs. Santa went to
Papa Noel and
the
Mama Noel.
farm to deliver?
So we just
Toys.
talked about it on the last episode, the Christmas episode. So, but I would love to hear how it went for you.
because Mike was telling me, oh no, we want the pickup truck. So yes, and Carlos said, no, we want you to drive in the combi.
Yeah.
The combi, we call it combi in
Right.
Ecuador. So it was really nice because all the elves were inside.
You ever go to the circus and see how many dwarfs they could fit in those little cars?
Is dwarfs the
clowns.
right word? The
Dwarf-
clowns.
the
We say
Dwarfs.
clowns.
Dwarfs is the
Dwarfs.
correct political word, I believe.
really?
You can't say
Well, yes.
Can't say
Little
no.
Or
little
little
people.
people?
No, little people is
Little
still
people
is still good.
Dwarfs, yeah.
I
So-
well, dwarfs is because dwarfism is a specific type of.
Okay.
So little
We
people.
should cut this. We should just cut
Okay.
this.
No. We gotta
No.
keep this.
we
This is
we are
great.
not tall enough anyway.
This is rated R. This is rated
Yeah.
R. Have you seen the show Little People?
Yeah, I watch it all the time.
And then when the little people like a person, they call them a bigger lover.
You got we're flirting a line. We're flirting a line right now. Let's keep it in our
so
in our
anyway,
realm.
it was.
I never get to have any fun around
this
here.
So if you have the visual of how it is in the circus,
Let's go back.
How
Let's
many
say.
little people fit into?
Why don't we just say clowns, not say little people at all?
Because they're not clowns; they're little people.
And we're all little.
They're clowns. But they come out of the clown car.
All
Okay.
the girls that were little anyway.
So how many clowns fit inside the little car? That's what it was with the elfos. Me and mommy getting into the
How many elfos were in the Convi?
Like what? Like
10?
10?
Yeah.
7, 10?
10
Yeah.
elfos.
That's
That's
pretty
a
impressive.
clown car.
That's
Plus
pretty
Carlos.
impressive.
Carlos was the head elfo.
Head elf. Chief. Yeah, head
Chief
elf.
Elfo.
Chief elfo. Yeah. How do you say the head elfo in
No
elfo
idea.
capitan?
Yeah,
Elfo mejor.
Maybe.
Yeah. Elfo mejor.
The bigger one.
Ryan, please do not cut anything of this.
But it was fun.
Or if you're gonna cut it, you gotta give us like politically incorrect snippets
Yes.
in the future. An episode of just that.
Listen, I'm not getting anybody. Nobody's getting canceled because of this podcast, and that's
I
my main
refuse
goal.
to let anybody.
It's my main
cancel
goal.
Me. I refuse to let.
Well,
anybody,
it's not up to you.
accept.
It's not up to you.
You can't cancel me.
It's not up to you.
Canceled.
At the end of the day.
I've accepted that. I identify.
Why do you listen? Because I want to hear what they say next.
Well, we could still do that.
I
But at
hate
the same
them, but I
time,
want to hear what they say next.
Should I try to do Vern's voice also? Because
Can you?
every
Yeah.
time that he's speaking,
I wanna
like,
hear
wanna
Juanita.
I want to. This
all
is
an
my
act.
voice for the podcast.
it's all an act.
He's not like that in real life, people.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's an
Oh my god!
illusion.
It's the podcast.
Or
It's
do you
something
use
about
that?
the
Do you
podcast.
use that voice for selling?
No,
That's how selling and ladies.
Joel's got a
sure.
Joel's got a button
Okay.
on his tile there.
Okay. I need to practice that voice. You would convince me.
Trust me, it works. It works. Have you seen how beautiful Barbie is? It's all
Of
the voice.
course.
It was all the
Now we understand many things.
So we're gonna do
And
it.
he's got a good line of shit, too.
For sure. For sure.
voice. Just a little.
That
Just
helps.
a little.
That helps.
That helps.
That helps.
That
right?
helps.
He's
Yeah.
got what my dad would have called the gift of gab,
Yeah. Okay.
which is, he's really good talker.
You need to
Whenever-
use what
Joel,
God
what would they
gives
call
you.
that
You
nowadays?
have to. It's a God-given talent. What can I say?
He has Riz.
Riz.
I
What?
don't even know
Riz?
that.
The man has
I
Riz.
haven't heard that.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that. That's impressive. Now I'm gonna go blow my daughter's mind today.
So, but I think that we are just going around with subjects of conversation, and we are
Yeah,
not
we're all over the place.
Yes.
But that's kind of how it
That's
starts.
kind of how
okay,
it starts.
We'll
It's the
eventually
warm-up.
get there.
great.
But it's the New Year's episode, so we wanted to start with the slight celebration of champagne and announcement that you're
It's
here
a
with us.
must. It's a must.
Juanita just went to the airport at 3 a.m. today. She just flew in.
Just flew in,
And my
she's here.
husband is really crazy with trips. He's just like 40 minutes before we're late. Oh, we are late. He's so anxious with that.
I'm anxious too. I'm anxious when I leave. If I have to go through airport security, I'm super anxious. And then on the way home,
Why, Ferd? What are you hiding?
No, I'm not hiding.
I'm the same way. Once I'm
Yeah,
past,
why?
once I'm-
it's a mental thing. Like once you're in the gate and you can see your gate, like everything, your mind just shifts and like,
It just-
okay,
it's
now
okay,
I'm
life is
officially
great.
ready to go.
And then when I'm on the way home, I'm anxious. I just want to get home. I want to get to my house.
Yeah. So remember, my husband used to be a police officer. So sometimes he thinks that he's still at the office as a police officer. So he's like trying to put us on time, like all the time. So yes, we just got here. The plane took off at 6, and we just got here like 30
Juanita
minutes
got
ago.
through customs in like 10 minutes. Like
Yeah.
literally
Actually, my
10
They
minutes.
first
they
time.
have changed a lot. They're making it a lot more efficient. To get now that there's no more tickets, everything's on a tablet.
Mhm.
It's way different now.
Yeah,
They
it
made
was
your
fast.
mother wait in line. She couldn't get through,
Happens.
so I had to wait with her. And the guy
Happens.
didn't even ask her one question. It was
They don't ask you one question anymore.
no, but he.
When not you.
we
It's a
have,
visual check. They scan you with their eyes and like,
No, we
you're
have
all right.
global entry, and I guess because she hasn't used it in a long time,
Mhm.
they made her sit in the other line.
Yep.
They gave her the X.
Yeah, they gave her an X. And we waited in another line for like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. And then the guy just, passports please, and then just let us go. He didn't ask her one question. So
Sometimes they just want to watch your body language when they put you in a line.
Yeah, be happy about that. That's a good thing.
That's a great
yeah, I'm
thing.
not unhappy about it. I was unhappy waiting for the luggage
Well,
for
yeah, for
45
sure.
minutes. Other than
I
that,
kind of feel guilty for that.
yeah. But it was like took forever.
Yeah.
The same happens when I check bags going to Ecuador, because my bag, even though when I give the guy a tip, he puts the orange sticker, priority sticker on. Even if I'm not priority, he puts the sticker on anyway, usually.
It's because you load your bag in on the curbside.
Yeah, but
Maybe
if
that's
you give
why.
them the tip, they put the orange sticker on. Like they're
Yeah.
not supposed to. So you think you're going
What's
to
the
get your
orange
bag
sticker?
priority. But
To be checked.
but
Priority to be
The
checked.
priority means that they'll unload
those
your
bags
bag
are
first.
supposed to
Yeah,
come off
yeah.
first, but that is not the case. That bags come out last, dead last.
Yeah.
They were the first loaded into the plane,
Yeah.
so they were the last ones out. Man, so Juanita Coloma,
Yes.
general manager,
She's the director
director.
of our business.
We couldn't figure out what the right title was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we struggled with
There's,
that.
figured it
there's
out.
not, yeah, but there's not like one word that like encompasses
Nothing
everything
can
that she
describe
does,
her,
right?
right?
Exactly.
So director is pretty good.
So she's in Ecuador. You're the director of Jeff Fresh Flower Growers, or is it Jeff Fresh Flowers and Jeff?
Distributors.
She's the director of all our business.
And
all
Jet
of it.
Fresh Global Trading.
All the fun stuff.
Yes.
All the fun stuff. Global trading. All the fun stuff.
Right. Yes.
So how are you?
Oh, wow. You know, this farm started 5 years ago already. Like went really, really fast.
Fast,
And
5 years.
In March, we're celebrating our
Almost
fifth-
half
yeah,
your time in
fifth-
COVID.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. But, you know, it's not only about the farm, it's all the things that we have lived together with all the team and especially with Mike long time
How
ago.
long? How long
Yeah, how
have
long
you
you guys-
been working together? No.
You, Mike, do you have that number in mind? I don't want people calculate my age, though.
Juanita started at 5 years old. There was no
Exactly,
child labor laws.
Yes, no, but I think that we're working together like maybe 18 years ago.
Something like that.
Wow.
Where did it start?
So yeah. So go back all the way to the
all
beginning.
the way to the beginning.
How did you even get in flowers?
Oh,
You were a teacher. Oh my God.
No. I was not a teacher. I went to Sweden to do my diploma of the university in physics.
In Sweden.
Yeah, in Sweden. So my idea was to come back to Ecuador to work in physics, you know, when I studied at the university. But then I had the great...
You have a degree in physics.
Yes. I had this great
She's
idea.
like
Not just physics. She's got degrees in all kinds of
What
shit.
kind? How many degrees do you have? We
No,
need to
no,
talk.
hold
She's
on,
like
hold on.
Sheldon from
She-
Big
yeah.
Bang
No,
Theory.
come on.
Yeah,
Do we have to redo her name when we introduce her? Are you a doctor?
She's a doctor.
No, I'm
Yes,
not
Is
you
it
a
are.
doctor?
doctor.
Do you have a
Are you
doctorate?
Do you have
I have
a doctor?
master degree.
Okay.
She's-
And
Master's is different than a
after
doctorate,
the
right?
master's, I
Yeah.
have a specialization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not a doctor.
She's a doctor.
Not yet.
Not
She's
yet.
not.
Maybe,
Actually, she's a doctora.
maybe I am a doctor right now in Jet Fresh Farm.
Okay.
Okay.
Doctora.
Man,
Well,
so keep on. Go.
So
Sorry.
the idea was to come back and work, you know, in Ecuador because the university paid me this scholarship to go to Sweden
Mm-hmm.
to study, and then I had to come back and pay for a couple of years at the university what they gave me. But I had a great idea to get a house without money.
You hadn't
So,
started your job,
yes.
and you just went and got a house with no money.
Exactly.
Fantastic! I love it.
Fantastic idea. So then I started to look for a job in what I studied, but you know, it's in my country we buy technology, we don't develop technology, and in this kind of cases, it's not so easy as it would be in another country. To work very well paid when you are just starting. Even the university paid for everything of my trip, but at the end, I needed money to pay the house. So I had like a couple of options working in what I studied. but it was like in a hospital with like radiation, with electronic things for cure tumors,
Dangerous,
things
a
like
lot of
that.
dangerous stuff.
And it was in Guayaquil, not in Quito. So I didn't
Mm.
want to move to Guayaquil, and I had this other opportunity just because I like to do business and to talk, as you can see, and English, etc. To start like in this kind of business, and the salary was much better. So I said, yeah, I just need like a couple of years to get some money and to pay the really good amount of my house, and I will just then continue with what I studied. And here you have 18 years later. That never happened, and I paid my house.
What was the first company?
It was Star Latin. It doesn't exist anymore.
Mhm.
It was a rose farm and also carnations.
Okay.
And I was, trying to get some customers. And at the beginning, when I didn't know anything about flowers, but I was, trying to get customers and sending presentations. And I think that maybe that day I sent like 30 mails. And my idea was to call them the next day to say, did you receive my information, whatever. But after I finished send those emails, like 5 minutes later, Mike called me to say something like that. The horn that you have, like, ta-na-na-na, ta-na. I don't know if you have it here. You should start it.
Of course I have it.
And I said, oh, here is Michael Black. You send me an email. I was pretending to sell the flowers to him, but actually he sold to me his idea and his business and everything. And
So wait a second. Mike was one of your first customers?
I can say yes.
Do you remember this?
Wow. Holy shit.
What do you remember about this?
Maybe he was doing that to so many people that he doesn't remember now.
Well, let's find out.
No, I know how he called you. I've gotten one of those calls. I mean, he's very good. He's theatric about it. You're a seller.
Mike.
I'm trying to remember, but basically to give you a little history, I was working for a company here in Miami that was in the liquidation business, which means like they would buy all the aged and distressed boxes of flowers from all the different big companies here in Miami. They buy for cents and they would sell for dollars. It was a pretty good business for a long time until many of the companies that were selling to this company decided that they were going to bypass and try to sell to the same people that we were selling to. So, as a strategy, I told my boss, I said, whatever we're doing here in town, we could just start doing that at the farms. So that's how it started. And slowly we got a reputation of being a company that would clean your cooler if you're a farm. And I would get offers every day from various different farms. Some of them were really prestigious. Some of them were because they were so focused in Russia and getting long stems,
it's before
big
a
prices.
lot of them didn't.
They didn't give a
sell that
shit
way.
about the United States. The United States was like taboo. So it was pretty easy for us to make these.
What would have been a prestigious farm then?
Bella Rosa, Florana. It's all
Big
these
names. Big names.
Yeah, big names.
Big names with
Some of them
big
don't
farms.
exist anymore.
That's what I was wondering. Is because
Some of them don't
Like 10
exist
years ago.
anymore.
The thing is, the prices at that time in Russia were like triple.
Yeah, triple the price. Long stems, prepayments. I mean, they couldn't care less about the United States. And we didn't care about the brands because if our customers would call these farms, they would have to pay 3 times the price of what they paid us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but and over time we got a reputation of being volume buyers. And one day I got an email from Juanita, and I liked the way that she operated. And I don't think you were in a prestigious farm. You were just in a farm that had good deals and decent quality, and you were brokering
I
at that
actually
point.
think that they were sending the most to Italy because they had like partners in
Yeah.
Italy, something like that.
But didn't you go to a broker company after a
Yeah,
while?
after that, that was in Cayambe. So I was
Uh-huh.
going every day from Quito to Cayambe by bus, and I started to kill me, really.
was that 2 hours?
Depending, but also it was very dangerous. There was not 1 week that there wouldn't be an accident. It was like, and I like the people, I like the farm and everything, but it was too much for my health. And so then I moved to a trading company. That's why I have experience also doing trading.
Yeah.
I was at this trading company, and of course I didn't want to lose contact with my customer, Michael Black. And I contacted him, and I think that we made a lot of business at that moment, because I helped him to open farms. I remember.
Well, at first, I enjoyed buying from her. We just connected. We just clicked. I just liked the way she operated. There was no bullshit. She would pull the trigger or not. She'd say I could do the price or not. It was pretty.
I was not offended by the prices that Mike was buying.
Yeah, but over time, I started to tell my boss, I was like, hey, man, we need somebody boots on the ground in Ecuador. This is not working just on the phone or just by emails. And
You need somebody that's, looking out for your sole interest.
So he green lighted me to try to get Juanita on board.
He poached her.
What happened? What I think that I convinced you with that, because I remember you didn't want farms boxes, and I ordered boxes like an emergency for you, just white. I couldn't find boxes with the brand.
Yeah, at that time things started to change where farms were selling to the United States. So
so I remember
was that around the time
that's
that
after the Russian
ruble
collapse.
collapse?
Yes.
So I remember I put my
What
team.
year is that? Can you put a year on it?
2004, 5?
No.
Yeah, this is 2003, 4, or 5. This was not 2007.
No.
No, because by 2007 you were working with us. We were going full steam.
No, because
Yeah, because I started Jeffresh in 2008. So,
right. Yes.
So yeah.
Right. So I ordered the boxes, and I had my team helping me to staple boxes, to put the stickers and everything, and it was just service, nothing else included, it's just service. And we did it for Valentine, I remember. So we stayed the whole night doing that, and I think that surprised you.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. It worked out pretty well. We were building a business doing this. It worked out pretty well. My boss was happy. And I would go to Ecuador and Colombia. I would go on these missions with Juanita. I'd get there, and she had this little freaking car. It was like
Don't complain. Come on.
we could barely fit in the car.
I did. You.
She fit fine, but I could barely fit in the car. And we would go on what we called farmathons.
Yes.
And we'd go for 2 or 3 days, and each day we would hit 6, 8, 10 farms in a day. Just
Holy
incredible
shit, guys. I don't think
amount
you've never done a farm visit in Ecuador, you don't understand how ridiculously crazy that is.
It was crazy. We would start at like 6 in the morning and not get back till like 10 o'clock at night.
Tired.
And Mike was telling me, "Are you tired?" No, I'm not tired.
Tired is for pussies.
Give me another farm. I'm ready for it.
And we would do this. We would do this for 2 solid days.
Wow.
2 solid days, and then I would come back, and we just kept building and building. And then, when things went south with the company that we were working for, it was a bad situation. I had left the company. I think you were still working there after I left.
I was pregnant. Very
You were
pregnant.
yeah.
Very pregnant.
And
Oh,
she stayed with the company after I left for a little while.
No, but it was like 3 weeks or a month. Nothing more.
Yeah.
Nothing more.
But at the end of the day, pretty much Juanita and I were the face of the company. And everybody looked at us like we were responsible for
everything
boss,
what your boss did.
Yeah. So, at that point, I know Juanita didn't want anything to do with the flower business anymore.
Yes. So I was very pregnant, and I said, maybe this is the moment for me to rest and take, 1 year with my kid and, I was already 8 years married, and we were waiting for the baby. So I think it's a great time to enjoy the maternity, like 1 year. So I rested for 1 year, and at that time, Jet Fresh was created.
No, but you went and worked doing teaching English.
Yeah, so when I said I'm gonna take this year for resting with my baby, no, my personality was not like that.
You were
And
just
after
resting
3
from
months,
flowers.
I was just, oh my God, I need to leave home. I need to do something with my life, especially because I was doing crazy things at the kitchen because I don't know how to cook, and with my baby, I said no, I'm gonna be crazy. I'm gonna kill my baby. It's like I need somebody to
That's
really
funny.
help me.
That's funny.
Yes, I have many stories about that. But then, so I said, I would like to have a job where I can just be like a part-time and then in the afternoon with baby. So I applied to a high school, and I was teaching physics and math.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Not
that
nice
was
because they
your
were
time.
teenagers. So
Oh, so we all know how teenagers are. They're the greatest.
they have their like what they call like BI, which is international bachelor. So I was teaching math and physics. And
Did you like teaching?
did you
like it?
I cannot be a teacher because I love to teach, but behind that there are so many other things that you need to fulfill, like all these documents to prepare classes, to present with the Ministry of Education, many other things that takes a lot of time. So I don't like that part, but to teach actually with the students and to get them involved with the excitement of science, I love that. Yeah, but unfortunately, it's when you're a teacher, you need to fulfill many other things. Right. So then Mike called me and he said, "Oh, we are going to Ecuador as Jet Fresh Flowers with Jared." Remember, Mike?
Yeah. This was like 2 years later. It's about 2 years.
2010.
I had about a year in. No, this was late 2009, early 2010.
Okay.
I had about a year in of buying flowers only in Miami. Everyone in Miami helped me out. Everyone was really cool about giving me boxes of flowers. And I would buy 10 and sell 10, whatever. But over time, I was like, man, this is not going to work long term. I need to get back into it, buying directly. And I did buy directly a lot of flowers, but it got too much for me. I couldn't do it myself. So that's when the phone call came.
Yes, and he said, "Oh, I'm going with Jared, and I would like to have a conversation with you. We've been friends and we haven't been in touch." He was very busy with the Jet Fresh starting, and also me with my baby. So I said, "Yes, sure." And we went for a dinner, and I remember Jared was complaining because he said, "Oh my God, they took us today from the north in Cayambe to the south to visit another farm, and we were driving like 4 hours."
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh my God, Mike needs me."
I would never do that to Mike.
Exactly, because they were like 4 hours going and back the same day, so they cannot.
It wasn't planned. It wasn't planned the
Exactly,
way Juanita would plan a farmathon, huh?
No. So at that time, I was not working in flowers. I was, as I said, as a teacher. But Mike told me something that I really remember until now. He said, "I have a position for you, but if you don't want to or you are not available right now, it's fine. I'm not going to hire anybody else because this position is for you, not for any other person. So this position will be waiting for you when you be ready." You see how he convinced
The brujeria, that's it. That was it right
He doesn't
there.
have your voice.
He's a
He
charmer.
doesn't have your voice.
He's
planted the seed.
He's got
All
the
the
gift
things.
of gab. He won't admit it. He won't admit it, but he's got the gift of gab. I've heard him before. So
He
anything.
touched my heart, you see.
But and he's genuine about it, which you knew it was genuine.
Of course.
She's my sister from another mister. There was just a connection there.
We're partners in crime.
Yeah, this was just from the first day I spoke to her. I didn't even meet her. I just knew there was some kind of connection there. I just felt so comfortable with her. And I think you know me. I'm not like the most trusting person in the world, especially since after some of the things that's happened to me. And like I don't even worry about anything. I'm telling her I don't want to go to the bank. I don't want to do any of this. I said, you do it. I don't want to do it. Like it's just like so comfortable for me. It's the best situation ever. And
No, I think that we in many important things of life. I think that we think pretty similar, and when we don't, we trust in each other. So we tell the other person that we agree or don't agree, without any problem.
She's the one that's usually right. Just for the record, she's the one that's
The
usually
women
right.
are usually right.
No, but it's on another level. Like she's like she has a different way of looking at things that make me say, okay.
She gives you the sweetest "I told you so's." The sweetest "I've told you so's." It's awesome. I love it, Juanita.
No, and it's like also, in business, we really think the same way. We have most of the times the same perception of people, or who we should direct our business to, or what's the idea. We have many things in common.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we did.
So 2010.
We hit the ground running. We hit the ground running, and over time we hired.
How long after he gave you that sales pitch did you take the job?
I was moving to another city, to Guaranda. So I think that I was just trying to get the laptop, to get connections. I am working from home. I was working from home since that time, like for 4 years. And
it was hard for her because her husband, Carlos, was in was a high-ranking officer in the National Police, and like when they give you a transfer, you don't have a choice.
You gotta
they have 3 or 4 days to move.
Yeah, so like he's got to pack up and move to Guayaquil for a year.
And he worked his way up, so you moved. You moved all around.
No, hold on, Fernando. I used to say this. I will never go with my husband. I'm not that kind of woman. I studied. I need to have my job, my everything. Of course, I am like that until now. But at that time, I was, just saying that I will never go with my husband to any small town. But then I had my baby, and he was crying like crazy at night, because every sound of a car that was coming into the area of my house, he was thinking that it was his father.
Oh, Damian.
And then I had to eat all the words that I said. And I said, no, I'm moving.
This is too much.
Yes, exactly.
So it was a lot for her to juggle, the family moving more than once. And then Carlos went like to the coast. And like she had to go visit him like every other week or something, remember?
Yeah, yes.
So it was not easy for her to like do the Jet Fresh thing and then do the family thing at the same time for quite a long time. And then finally Carlos came back to Quito,
right.
And then things got a little bit easier. But I do remember that was a challenge for you, and that was a lot of stress for you. I do remember that.
That's very stressful.
It was, when we went to the coast, it was really nice because I think that my kid had the experience to live on the beach, and to have all these experiences of the coast, the food, and how the people is there. And I think that he learned many things. It has some positive things.
For those of you that might not have never been to Quito or to Ecuador, Ecuador has the 4 different regions. They have the rainforest, the tropical rainforest. They have the beach life. They have the mountain life, and then
Galapagos.
Then there's the Galapagos, guys. So it's in a matter of a few hours, you can be in a different region or different type of country almost.
Thank you for that, Fern. You have learned a lot.
You are still teaching, Juani.
Now you need to go and look by yourself.
We will. I need to go to the Galapagos.
Mike has been in Ecuador like 30 times, 40 times, and he never ever takes some time to go and do some tourism. And I really encouraging him to go to Galapagos, to take Susan. He's
now that he goes with Susan, you can.
Exactly.
It's two against one.
We
so he can't
tried to
win.
get Susan, some places where she was.
I know
there,
you took her to that beautiful blue water, empty volcano that I haven't been to. I'm sad.
Yes. But hopefully next visits, right, Mike?
I think in the next year or two, we're going to be able to take a little bit more time
Beautiful.
and not be rushed to get back.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Now you have this great place. If you guys would see the face that Mike has when he goes to the farm, he's a different person.
It's his happy place. His
I
second
know
happy
here
place.
is just yelling, he's fighting with everybody. I know. But at the farm, he's another person. He's
Yeah.
fully happy. Even if he sees something's wrong, he's smiling. He has a different face. He's another person. I really enjoy
Cabin
see
Mike and
him.
Farm Mike are the
right.
same.
Those are top
to
two
see him
guys.
happy. Yes, is what he deserves. So many years working so hard,
Correct.
and
Correct.
He's,
He's earned it twice over.
he's enjoying all the results of his hard work after so many years. So I'm really happy seeing his face, how he's happy, and Susan too.
I like it. I like it. Look at
She-
Mike is
Mike
just
is
sitting here.
speechless.
It's very few times we get Mike that he's just not talking. So I mean, it's
So like it's special. Like when we go, no matter where, we've gone to a lot of shows around in Ecuador, Colombia, Holland. We visited Guatemala together a few times, and it's just really comfortable for me, especially because I don't really speak Spanish very well. I understand a lot more than I could speak, and
Not true.
that's what
Not
all the
true.
gringos
Not
here
just
say.
having Juanita, like I've been in rooms, man. I've been in rooms where everyone assumed that I didn't understand a word of Spanish,
It's fantastic.
and
Fucking amazing.
I pretty much could figure out who's my friends and who's not
That's
when they're
great.
talking around me. But really, having Juanita, like, it doesn't matter whose mouth it comes out of. It's the same when
Yeah.
you're talking to growers, whether it's at a show or at a meeting or at a farm or wherever. It's like, doesn't matter who's saying it. Like we have the same, kind of like you, Fern. Like now you have understood how I want things to be communicated.
We
and done.
understand
Ex-
how you feel, the mission, and we believe the mission. So
Right. Right,
it's like you speaking.
but you
through
know
her.
the way that I want to do things.
Yeah.
And like we do things
There's
in
the Michael
not
Black
in a
way.
common way.
No.
So it's not always the easy pill for a supplier to swallow when we tell them how we do business and what our goals are and why we're here talking to you. A lot of it sometimes doesn't work out for political reasons, or you'll spend a couple years developing a relationship with a farm, and then the sales manager moves on.
And
Or
You
the-
lost
that's
everything.
And you lost
Starting from
everything.
zero.
Yeah.
Start from zero. And more often than not, the new guy who comes in, the first thing he wants to do is cut out a guy in Miami, because their plan is to put shit in Miami, and they don't want us to. And when they buy the farms, so it has been challenging for us, but there's never been a situation that Juanita has not been successful either fixing it or walking away with a mutual understanding of respect. It's never been a negative.
Yeah.
It's never been, a total flop. It's, people are entitled to run their businesses the way they want, but she knows how to call people out when they're wrong, and she's not shy to tell them if they're wrong. And she tells them in such an intelligent way that they're like humming. They can't
argue.
They can't say
can't
anything.
argue.
Yeah. So, and then over time we kept saying to ourselves, we would do these farmathons, and we kept saying to ourselves, man, there's going to come a time where we're going to need to have our own farm, because we just felt the change in the marketplace. We knew we had to do something to make.
It's also frustrating when you put time and effort into a relationship with another farm.
It's terrible.
And then you
It's
have
terrible.
a breakup, whether the
It's
farm
terrible.
decides to change their mind, or the new manager comes in, or they get sold.
Yeah.
That shit sucks. That's like a real breakup with a girlfriend.
Yeah.
You put a lot of effort into that.
Especially as with a customer like us, because we really invest in relationship.
Yes, we do.
It's like I'm not needing flour this week, but I need to buy to the guy that is supporting me the rest of the year. We really invest. And when they change or they don't understand this, it's like money and time wasted for us.
Yeah.
And that just started happening more and more often. And we looked for like 2 years for the right opportunity. We did all kinds of weird. We had all kinds of things that were shown to us or offered to us, and we thought we had to do something in order, because we felt like, and you were around at that time, friend. It was like the customer base in the U.S. started to like not want to deal with just middlemen. They want to deal with someone who's farm affiliated, because they had so many farms coming to Miami and offering all these, CF Miami deals. I'll put it on your truck. I'll
that was that change that there started to be more farms at the shows than companies in Miami, and companies, these freight forwarders here in Miami, they made it easy. $20 minimum. $20 you can fly from Quito to Miami, and we'll load your boxes on Armelini or Prime or Florida Beauty. Yeah. And all you got to do is pay. And that's it. They made it easy. It was a transition in the industry. That's when Miami became less relevant.
Exactly. And so we had all kinds of opportunities, and, empty land. This farm is in business, but it's going broke, or there's all kinds of, and then there was Evergreen. And we looked at Evergreen once, and we said, nah, that's not for us, and we passed. And like a year later, they called us back.
Yeah.
You took me to visit Evergreen. Yeah. That was the first farm I stepped on.
As a provider only.
As a provider. That was the first farm that I stepped foot on in Ecuador.
That's cool. You got to see it before and after.
It's night and fucking day, I'll tell you that. Holy shit.
The only people that have known the farm as it was before actually appreciate how is it right now.
Yeah, because it's crazy. It's crazy night and day.
So they called us like a year later, and coincidentally I was going to be in Ecuador like the next week or something like that when they called me. And I said, okay, we'll stop by again, take another look. And at that point, we had like turned over a lot of rocks trying to find what we wanted. And at that point, we were really like, okay, we need to do something soon, because the supply chain just kept. Denmark was a big supplier of ours at that point, and they were sold to Passion, and we were shut off the next day.
This selling farm things started.
Yeah, we were shut off the next day, and then before you know it, like we were
lost
out
so
like
many
500 boxes a week.
Roses. It was wild.
The shit that happened like that when it got tough. So we took we looked again, and we made an offer, and they accepted the offer, and they made it in a way where we could afford to do it. They financed the deal for partly for us, and so we jumped in with 2 feet. We didn't know what we were doing.
No.
But we trusted that we would figure it out, and
we did.
You did.
I mean,
you did.
I mean,
not we. You.
I mean, you guys bought a farm.
Right.
Yeah.
Never being growers. Never being growers.
We thought we knew something.
Mike told me, I don't know if this decision is the best or the worst of my life. We will figure it out.
Yeah, it's true. It was true. And then, right while we're buying the farm, just after we bought the closing, we're due to close, I think, in March or something. And we were thinking about, like, okay, so we need somebody to run the day-to-day at the farm. Somebody we could trust.
Because it's 1 hour and a half from Quito.
Somebody we can trust. Somebody who's like, who could we do this with? And then, coincidentally, Juanita's husband was retiring from the National Police. And I said to myself, man, this guy loves gardening.
Did he really?
As a hobby, yeah. I said he's an artist.
He's the mister of the plants.
He's a talented artist. He's very creative. He's a talented artist. And more than anything, I felt like, and I was telling Juanita, I said, man, he's an expert at leading people. The flowers shit, we could figure that out. We can get consultants and this and that. We'll figure it out.
Fucking ballsy. I love it.
So we asked him if he's interested.
He was dealing with 300 people when he was at the police.
Yeah.
He was a manager of 300 people.
Yeah.
He was a Mr.
Yeah,
the
and he
people.
was not just a manager, but he's analytical. He's good with all that stuff. So we asked him if he would be interested in taking on that role, and he said yeah. He said yeah, and between him, Juanita, and the couple of different consultants we've had, and a couple of different engineers we've had, with Juanita's leadership, that farm has completely been renovated, and it's a national park. I call it the Parque
is a national park.
Parque Nacional de Carlos Coloma, because
La Granja also, because we have so many animals every week, a new one. Come
I
on.
love it. I love it.
Are we producing flowers
First of
or
all, I
growing
saw
animals
all
here?
the dogs. I saw the picture of mommy at the farm with all the dogs. How many
Right.
new dogs did you get, Juanita?
Did you know that we, sterilized 80 animals, dogs and cats in July?
they spayed and neutered
Yeah.
80,
Spayed, that's
spayed
the
and
word.
neutered,
Right.
free of charge to
Yeah,
Our-
when
from our
Maho was
employees.
that was led by Maho. Maho
Yeah.
shared that on
Yeah,
the
but
podcast.
apart from the 5 dogs, we have the llamas,
the llamas,
the
the
llamas,
geese, the peacocks,
the peacocks, right? Chickens, geese.
dogs, cats.
Mhm.
Love it.
Help me.
Which is your favorite and which is your least favorite?
Definitely, my favorite is Mateo, the cat. He helps me to sell.
course.
He's part of the.
He's part of the sales
marketing.
team.
You go in that room, he jumps on you and starts cuddling with you immediately.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
He
the
jumps-
customers.
He jumps on
wants-
your shoulder. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
and the customers want to pick him up and to maybe ship in a box to their places. So he's my favorite. Definitely, the worst for me are the geese because they are pooping the whole farm. It's 14
They were
hectares.
so loud.
Fertilize it.
14 hectares, and they just have a preference place in the parking lot that needs to be clean.
parking lot in the day and behind the casita at night. So you're sleeping and you hear honk, honk, honk.
Hilarious.
So I have been encouraging Carlos to cook them for Christmas or for Thanksgiving.
I thought you were
or
gonna cook.
something,
I
but-
thought you were cooking all the chickens.
But I'm not
No.
convincing him. No.
We're getting a white stallion next. We're getting a white horse.
No,
Juanita's
that's
against
not
the horse.
true. That's not
We're
true.
getting a horse? I
No,
didn't
We're getting a horse,
That's not true.
and we're getting 2 cows. 2
No
cows.
way.
2 cows
no
and
way.
a horse.
No.
Cows are good. They'll fertilize the soil.
Yeah, but you need to wake up 5 a.m. every day to take them to eat. It's like a complete another job.
They have to move the llamas around the farm.
They
So-
do
so-
all the time.
Well, the llamas at least do something. They cut the grass, whatever. But the geese, come on.
The geese were supposed to be in the water, in the reservoir.
and they don't go in.
They
the
don't
water.
go anywhere near the water.
No.
They're the only geese in the world that don't swim.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's so weird.
They don't know how to swim.
But
That's hilarious.
going back to Juanita and
Okay.
Carlos have educated themselves over the past 5 years to the point where they really know what's up. They know what they're doing, and they've become experts at every facet of what's going on in that farm. And you could tell that it's a passion project for them as well it is for me. So much so that I believe it was last year, Juanita was nominated to become part of the board of the Growers Association. And
This year.
This year,
This year.
she was nominated, and you're wasn't the only female.
No, there's other couple.
Okay.
Yes, but they
But-
were like from the very north, and there's another one that was member of the past years, and then.
And you are the leader of the small farms of the
small
south.
farms.
So
Oh,
No,
yeah.
of the entire in Ecuador, the small ones.
of all the small ones in Ecuador. So she's
How
the
many
leader.
is that?
Money.
How
There's
many
a lot.
small ones are there?
I don't have the number right now in my mind, but a lot,
Nice.
a lot.
Yeah. So she's the voice for those people. which
That's a big deal, Juan.
so
Yes.
in 5 years' time, to earn that kind of respect from the community, because in the beginning we were a fucking joke. They were laughing at us in the beginning.
Gringo Farm.
Yeah, the Gringo Farm. We're never gonna make
different
it.
way to do things, and of course, it's not that easy for many people to accept that, especially when they are used to other things.
But the grower community
right,
was not ready to accept us.
right. Maybe
Yeah.
not even now. It's a still a
You
problem.
don't have to like us. We're still gonna be
Because
there.
we are not like that all the time. We are also evolving, so we are changing and we are trying to be ahead with as much as possible, and it's a continuous improvement.
I agree.
So she is overseeing over 100 people at the farm. Plus, we have a full staff at our office. She's got a big job. She's very
And
busy.
not only that, I mean, you guys bought the farm. How long after you bought the farm that you decided to renovate the whole farm? It was what,
Yes,
6
like
hectares?
crazy, like crazy. We just
We
were
had to move,
hungry. We were
yeah.
hungry of new things.
we thought we could invest a few dollars and make it work, but that was not the case. We had to invest a lot of money and spend a lot of time and energy to bring it to where
Now
it
we
is
have
now.
10 hectares of an awesome selection of
Amazing
new
selection
varieties.
of awesome varieties.
Right.
Yes.
It's a boutique farm, very focused on details. Also, of course, in people and everything. We
Which
have done
you've
other
done.
projects with people like the Mi Ropita Fresquita, which means the laundry service. with
laundry
Why don't you
service.
explain that,
Yeah.
how that came about and what that is? Because I think that's one of the most brilliant ideas that you've had yet.
Well,
So-
the thing is, I think that, as you said, there are now many women doing the manager positions at the farm, and maybe, because of that, we pay attention to other things, maybe, and I think that 80% of the people at the farm are women. So, since they live in the country area, they don't have the same things that we have at the city. So for them, it's too expensive to have a laundry machine or a drying machine or to pay the electricity, etc. So they wash their clothes by hand during the weekend after they do all this crazy
After they work all week
hard
long,
job
hands and
during the
knees.
week. Exactly. So I was thinking, they should come on Monday more tired than they will left on Friday, and they don't have time to spend with family, with those kids that are alone the whole week and also the weekend because they are doing laundry by hand. And I tried to do once with my hands. It's really hard to do. It's really hard to do. So it's not only from them; it's the family. Sometimes the suegros, the in-laws, etc. So some people told me, why don't you help them to buy the laundry at their places? But that's more electricity, that's other expenses.
It's still more expenses for
exactly.
them.
So I knew that was not realistic for help, actually a real help for them. So we decided to do it at the farm. So they bring their clothes.
well, coincidentally, we were rebuilding a whole new. We were reconstructing a brand new building for
baños, bathroom.
men's and women's bathrooms, showers. The old one was in bad repair, and we wanted to use it for our hippie psychedelic art department. So we converted the old one to the art department. And in this new building, during the construction, that's when she came to me with the idea. And then it went on from there. But please continue.
No, yeah, and we're using this environmental soap so we don't contaminate the water. But they just bring the clothes in bags with numbers, and we have a person there that do the laundry. They dry, they fold, and they just
That's amazing.
give the people
They
back the
have
bag.
4 commercial washers and dryers. And there's one person who's responsible in that area.
Right, the whole time.
Right? And is that a handicapped person?
No. But we have like shifts. These people on Monday, other people on Tuesday. So we
So
have
that everybody
everything.
else gets a different turn.
Exactly. So,
But that's like giving them almost an entire day of their weekend back.
exactly.
Because I can only
to
imagine
rest,
that it
to
takes
to
a whole day
share
to
time
hand
with
wash
their
clothes.
kids.
To do what they want. That's
rest,
amazing.
To rest, you know.
That is amazing.
And we have done other things at the farm.
In the
let me
beginning,
tell
they
you.
were skeptical.
Yeah,
They didn't
we have
wanna-
less people now. Now we have
How
much
many?
more.
How many people do you have participating?
At
in
the
the
beginning, they were
laundry?
like 20 because they were not so confident to give you dirty clothes to somebody else. But now they see that we separate, that we things correctly. Now we have like 50.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. When I was leaving the farm last week, one woman came to pick up her laundry, and she had like this whole setup on the back of her motorcycle to tie down her laundry bag to take
To
it
the
home.
bike.
Ready,
Yeah.
folded, ready.
Yeah.
And we have done many other things at the farm. Fern, let me tell you, is we made like a program for birth control. Also, we help them. We give them we help them to do the appointment. We paid a part of the cost. We gave them a day off to recover. We did the whole process to help them to have this
And
opportunity.
this is,
that's not
you have a doctor coming in, right, to speak
Sure,
to them.
Sure,
and I mean,
sure, and explain.
this is
and
education that
everything.
they're getting that they don't get in their communities. They're not receiving
exactly,
this.
exactly.
From
And also,
school
we
or their
have given a lot
communities
of conversations, lectures about domestic violence.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
You
There's a
guys
lot of
did.
domestic
You guys did a big
Many-
Zumba in the field the other day too.
Exactly.
You did some fun events as
Yeah.
well.
I think that, of course, our main objective is to have great quality, good varieties. This is a business. We grow roses, but in this case, Jet Fresh growers do much more than that, and we really are worried about the well-being of our people. I think that that's something that has helped a lot also in the business kind of thing, but at the end it's something very nice to know that you are helping people to improve their lives and their families too.
That's the Jeff Fresh way. It's not
Right.
just about
Correct.
you. It's about everyone.
Correct. And there's always that you can do something else of what you're doing.
So everything we
Congratulations.
have here, Juanita has taken it to Ecuador with a little Ecuadorian style to it, but basically
Our culture, no, they
everything,
have it.
just not just that, but also the way that we put things on the walls and the way that we celebrate certain things. She's been able to bring that there. We've talked about that a bunch
Yeah.
of times,
It's amazing. It's amazing that
She's
even
done a lot. She's
the
done a
best
lot.
part is that when we've had visitors,
We hardly talk anymore. She's so damn busy.
she's always busy. This woman be working, man. She be working. I already done had some fries.
My job is to answer phone calls and to talk the whole day.
She's putting out fires all day.
all day. She's the Ecuadorian lightning rod. You're the American lightning rod. She's the Ecuadorian
Yeah.
lightning rod.
Yeah.
All problems hit there.
Mike created a monster.
A good monster. A good monster, I promise.
We're two monsters here.
So you guys bought the farm. It was 6 hectares, right?
Yeah, of roses.
of
14
roses.
hectares of land, but 6 hectares of roses.
But
And
we
no.
started eradicating the very old
the
varieties
six,
that
the
didn't
6
have
hectares
future.
were not. It was a mess. They had we learned all about it. Like, we didn't know, but we found out the density was all wrong, and they had.
It was a
the
puzzle.
same varieties
It was a
in
puzzle.
6 different greenhouses, and they had.
Yeah.
It was just
No,
a
they
mess.
have like a 5 lines or beds, as we call them, like of one variety, then 2 other variety, 2 beds of another variety, and then again like 3 beds of the
other
region, the other
variety, yeah.
variety. So if you want to eradicate maybe the one that was in the middle, you would have to eradicate everything and lose.
Stop begging.
Sorry,
No banging
I'm
on the
getting
table.
excited. I'm a
It's
political.
flower people. Flower
Talking.
Flower
Oh,
people
come
talk.
on.
Flower people talk with their hands. It's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Okay,
just
okay.
the way it goes.
I need
It's,
to
it's
behave,
a flower
sorry.
thing. But
No, I'm getting
I mean,
excited.
that's
You see, I'm
amazing.
passionate.
and you guys in 5 years, you've grown 4 hectares, revamped an entire farm.
So our plan was to fix the first 6 or 7 hectares that we had, correct? And then we were going to build 1 hectare a year for 4 years. And we built 1, and then COVID came. And
COVID.
And then we saw all the costs of the materials flying up, and just at the right time, Juanita found some like used framing, and like we were able. So we decided that we were going to take a leap and say, before things get just double and triple the price, let's just build it out. So we built it over 1 year instead of 3.
It's amazing.
The balance, yeah.
It's amazing.
And we had some parts of the farm, the old greenhouses, eradicated. So we are not 100% of production yet. We expect to have that next in 2023.
There's a lot to look forward to in 2023.
Yes.
Is there anything else looking forward to for 2023?
As variety?
Or farming related, yeah?
Yes, we have couple. And we're trying another one too. Like, we have...
Don't share. I'm going to stop you right there. Don't say not one name.
You're not going to sneak.
Yes,
Not going to
no
leak
sneak
anything.
peeks. You guys
Nothing?
gotta wait and see what's coming.
Nothing for the fatty fans.
Right. We have different projects also with people. We need to keep working hard, not only in the flowers, but also in the well-being of our team.
So right now, she's working on Carlos is working on a huge project, because we did all this expansion in the farm, and we did increase our refrigeration a bit last year because we were a little tight, but we really didn't think about how much space we're going to need in our post-harvest and how much more refrigeration space we're going to need to accommodate the 10 hectares.
The full 10 now.
So right now we're in the middle of expanding all that, which I showed you guys pictures.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's a bigger project than we've done yet. I think this is a bigger one.
Yes.
And what this is well, you could say it'll double our refrigeration capacity.
That's the idea. Yeah.
Yeah, double our refrigeration capacity and give the post-harvest room to add a few more stations, and also to organize it in a more efficient way with a conveyor that runs down the middle and all that stuff that you've seen in lots of farms.
Nice.
Also, the hippie psychedelic roses are a hit. So, we didn't start that since the beginning. Now we are doing it more and more, and we need more space for that. Customers love them.
Yes, they do. It's a beautiful thing, man. Wow.
Don't you think that you woke up that whole community when you came out with the hippie psychedelic roses?
I was a buyer for a long time, Mike. And, painted flowers existed for a long time. And I think that they were being erased from people's memory. They didn't remember them anymore. But now, since the hippie psychedelic roses are to the public, I think that we renewed the idea. Refreshed. That's the word.
Because of the competitive nature of the business, people say, "Well, wait a minute, maybe we should do that too." And then suddenly, coincidentally, people that would never accept a painted flower started to accept them.
But you know why? Because we don't do flowers like look like plastic. Because they can see the difference of the detail of the actually art on them, and they can touch the petals and look like them like a natural flower. That's the difference.
Yeah, I have.
And it was the uniqueness of the designs.
Of course.
You bring out
yeah.
a Star Trek. You brought
Right.
the
There's
cheetahs,
a lot of copycats out there.
All this stuff that you put out that I could not fathom you could do with a rose. Jeff Fresh Flowers did it. Jeff Fresh Flower Growers did it. And, you put it out mainstream. And, it was mind-boggling.
Yeah, and also with the speaking roses, now we are, completing
Rose
the
tattoos.
idea. The
Rose tattoos.
We made one of Susan.
I saw that.
Yes,
it was good
Mike
looking.
is so romantic. You see, they're like, I don't know how many years married, 35.
Mike's got game. He's got the gift of gab. He doesn't want to admit it, but he's got the gift of gab. He's a helpless romantic. I love it.
So we made one of Susan. It came out pretty well. I think very similar to Susan's face, and I think that she loved it.
It looks good.
Yes.
Ryan, anything next with Speaking Roses now that we're on that topic?
What do you mean?
Nothing new for 2023 with Speaking Roses? You popping out some new rose tattoos?
You have to wait and see.
See, no one wants to give up the goods
I
here.
don't have anything to give you, so I'm going to leave it vague. Just because I'm just trying to get out of 2022 first.
I think there are so many new things that we have come up. I think that the ornaments.
Oh, I
for
love
Carlos's
Christmas.
ornaments were so good.
We're so
Yes.
So
good.
good. You did a fantastic job.
And they
on those.
traveled so well. We were worried about that, but they traveled so well.
They
We did them too late. But
Yeah.
next year, we're going to get them out earlier for people.
yeah,
Because
it was
By the time we got them and got pictures and everything made,
Yeah.
You know what it is that we let Carlos go freelance and we start talking about a holiday right before the holiday's coming, which is the right time to start preparing. But all the work we got to put into testing a hippie psychedelic
Right.
rose to make sure it travels well and all that, we got to
yeah.
start doing holidays 6 months out. Like Carlos right now should be working on Easter and
I was gonna say Valentine's Day is too late.
It's too
Valentine's
late.
is too late, but we're going to refresh the idea of the Full of Love.
Oh, the
Remember
Full of-
the
what a
Full of
seller.
Love last year?
We sold
was-
out. Everyone was fighting over them.
Right.
Those are the ones with the little heart
boxes
stamps all
the
over it,
boxes
the
would
polka
come
dot
here, and the
hearts.
salespeople would be like, "You sure you need that box? You sure?" Everybody wanted the Full of Love.
Yes, it was a hit. So we are selling this year also in different colors, any color that the customer wants.
Nice.
Yes.
What I love about our hippie psychedelic roses is our game plan. Keep it small, lean, 5 painters only.
Detail.
Focus on
5
quality
painters
and
only.
details.
You know, we saw this video of one of our competitors talking on the video saying that they paint 100,000 per week. Sorry. 100,000 per week.
That's like machines.
It's machines.
there's
there's
consistency.
no way.
Exactly.
So
That's,
recently, I had the opportunity to look at some of those flowers from that company, and
they must be cheaper, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of like going to a restaurant and ordering a cheeseburger in a restaurant versus ordering a cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
the picture looks
people
good.
know what they are paying for.
It doesn't look like the picture. You ever buy a hamburger at McDonald's? They got nothing looks like the picture at all.
I go for the French fries.
Okay, but nothing looks like the picture.
Those pictures are not real. Those aren't real food. Like the whipped cream, the mashed potatoes is.
But my
the
point
ice
is, like,
cream and
pe-
stuff
But
like
your
that.
pictures are real from our hippie psychedelic rose. Are
That's
real.
that's why it
Oh,
takes a
please.
minute because we have to get them, open them,
The
take
prices
pictures,
on our
process that.
competitors are significantly lower, and people tell me, "Hey, you're too expensive." I said, "Well, you know,
It's because they don't have
it's-
peace and love in
it's-
every box.
It's in that, and it's also not completely commercialized.
Right.
It's supposed to be something special,
It is
Yes.
something special.
And it's for people that can actually see the difference
and
of,
it's expensive for us to do it.
of art.
Our process
case.
is expensive because we do so few. We don't use a lot of them. Like, you know, buyers don't know. Once it's painted, you don't know. But a lot of them use B grade roses.
Yeah.
You know, they use national grade roses and they paint them and they look good and okay.
Right. They hide.
They hide it, yeah.
They
So
hide.
I mean,
It's
there are
easy to
some
hide
good
those
ones. Don't get me
imperfections.
wrong.
No.
There are some really good ones out there.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But you know, the extra steps that we take, and this is not an advertisement. I'm just
It
telling you
is,
like
no.
it is. No. We offer 50 stems in a box. Not many other people do. We offer Arrival Live complimentary. Not many do, if any at all.
The packaging is candy.
And we limit how many we are gonna do. So you know, I would never see us doing 100,000 stems in a week, or even 50,000 stems in a week.
No.
It's just far beyond.
We don't receive orders and just hire people for that month, for that order.
Exactly.
People that have never worked with us or they don't know the quality
Yeah.
we are
Yeah.
looking for. So we would never do that. Better we confirm less.
Yeah.
Always.
So I'm really proud of that whole project, and I love it. And we don't have high turnover in that department either. It's the same
No. Uh-huh.
artists all the time. now other farms call their
Artists
Art
too.
department.
art studios,
Yeah.
artists,
Art,
you know.
yeah.
I mean, it's good to have these ideas, but it kind of frustrates me when they have to be shared.
Yeah, I mean,
You know.
it's supposed to be complimentary to be copied, but
Yeah.
when you get copied so much, it's not complimentary anymore.
Yeah.
Keep motivated.
Well, I like to think of our company as like a think tank for ideas. Like we're always coming
Right.
with like
They are
Ryan,
actually pushing us
Trendsetters.
to.
between Carlos and Amelia and Ryan. Yeah, it's just the ideas just keep coming.
Yes.
And
Every time I'm
it's
at the
fun.
farm, I notice Carlos at the end of the day, when no one's really paying attention, he's in the art studio
Yes.
painting something.
He loves it.
Every
Yes,
day.
he goes, to some places to get some inspiration, and then he come up there with all these crazy things, and I said, okay.
So next year, our contract with Speaking Roses is going to be over.
Mm-hmm.
Our exclusive contract will be over, and at that time, many farms will have the opportunity to go out and get a legal license
Mm-hmm.
from Speaking Roses. But I still think like we will be the leader in the ideas and the concepts and the way that we implement it in a matter of hours,
Yeah.
from idea to I think people have to play a lot of catch up for that.
Yeah, because we
So-
are not limited to do all the stamps that are already done.
Mm-hmm.
In an hour, we can do anything that your customer wants, and
Yeah.
even something is not designed yet, we can design it and
Yeah.
do it. In
I just think the
hours.
bigger farms, it's such a small thing that the bigger farms might think it's not worth the investment
right,
like we do.
right.
So
It's okay. Let them think that way.
we're always going to keep it as a boutique thing. Like even
Yeah.
if we had more land and we were going to do more, it would still be like just a minimum amount of any variety.
Yeah, when you
always
can't lose
And
that
we need
quality.
to know our people. We don't know to
Yeah.
call them like the guy that does that, this or that thing. We need to know the people.
It's got to be Segundo and his team.
Yeah. Carlos knows everybody, and he's.
Everybody loves Carlos at the farm, and
Yeah.
they really love that man.
You should have seen him with the kids
Yeah?
at the Christmas party. He was unbelievable. Like he was doing. He would take like 50 kids and hold their hands, and they would go around in a big circle. And
Chief Elfo.
driving home, he was like falling asleep. I said, "Man, you had a busy day. You're pretty tired. You're pretty tired, Carlos." He really put a lot into it, and he was enjoying it.
That's good.
He smiled the whole day. Yeah, the head elfo.
Head Elfo. So talk to us, Juanita.
Yes.
2023. What's your outlook? What's your idea? What are your goals?
As an overall, of the business situation, I would say that it's gonna be a challenging year for all of us because of the amounts of flowers that are gonna be in the market. I don't think that maybe I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong, but maybe the market is not gonna be that demanded to the amount of flowers that there will be. But as a farm, we're going to keep the focus on the important things, which is good service, detail, good varieties, good marketing. With varieties we have, I don't feel like we're going to have big pains, and doing good, close relationship with our customers, showing them that we are loyal with them, that we respect their business in good times, in bad times, that we will be there for them the whole year. And that's why I'm not desperate as maybe other people. We know why we are different. We know what our customers need, and we will keep doing that, giving them not only varieties and good quality, but loyalty and service.
That's one of the best answers I could hear.
Vote for me.
What you got coming up for 2023, Ryan? What about you, Mike? You got any goals and aspirations for 2023?
For me, I want to keep steering the ship and keep our amazing team in a good space and a good place, and keep the ship on course. I'm not I'm not afraid of 2023. But I am afraid of the losses that are going to be coming to some, especially to some of these big monster companies. They could put on a straight face and say they're not fazed by it, but it's impossible.
It's impossible.
It's impossible to not be fazed by it. And, right now I think less is more. And I think 23, it's going to take a lot of forecasting and good, solid predictions and to kind of keep the team motivated and keep things moving along and control the costs the best we can, because the costs in Ecuador, the costs here are going through the moon. They just keep rising and rising and rising. And I think we're all challenged, whether you're in the retail, wholesale, grower side, doesn't really matter. I think 2023 is going to be a little challenging, and I'm up for it. I've been down this road before, and that's what I see going on for 2023. Keep it together is basically.
Keep it together.
Just keep it together.
Look, 2023 is gonna take some hard work.
You offer?
Yes.
Tell me, how do you say it?
2023 is gonna be a great year of hard work, and it's gonna be different hard work than what we've had for the past few years. We're gonna really have to dig in, know our customers, know our products, know where to go with everything. It's going to take customer visits. It's going to reinforce. We're going to have to reinforce relationships. We're going to be at a ton of shows. We are going to show that we're here for you, that we're not here to use you. We're here for you. We're here to grow together, and how we can be a better partner for people. I went to go visit a customer yesterday. Went to go visit him and had no idea how many boxes this man was buying a week, and who he was buying from, and why is he buying from.
Yeah.
And this gentleman comes into our building every day, buys very little, not because we're bad people, or not because he leaves us to the end for specific items. Everyone has their guide, but nobody has taken the time to say, hey, what do you do with your business?
To know
Where
the
do your
customer is
flowers
really,
go?
really important.
Where do your flowers go? Who are your customers?
Who is this, Pedro?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
What can I do?
What can I do to earn some more of your business? You're in my building every day with a smile. The man is the sweetest man around. So, it's really eye-opening when you get out to a customer and you get to learn about them. And, I'm going to help Casey and help guide the ship here on how we should be building relationships. This is a relationship business at the end of the day. And I put our sales team up against any sales team in any industry, and we got the best people here. So we're just going to go out there and do what we do best. We're going to work.
You better work.
I heard that in my head, by the way. You better work.
In the sexy voice.
All right. So, Juani, Ryan's going to ask you some questions.
Ooh.
First answer that comes to mind.
Just one word or complete?
Just your initial answer, whatever comes to your gut.
Okay.
Don't overthink it. Okay,
do I have a score?
Yes, everybody will compare your answers and judge you. We're
What's the
judge
prize at the end?
Only if you win, you'll know.
Can I ask for help?
You get to
make
eat.
a phone call, phone a friend. Exactly.
That's the audience.
Exactly.
Whatever you need. Joelle's here to help.
Done.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
What's the best sandwich?
Roast beef.
What's your favorite flower?
The one that gives me money back.
What's one thing you own that you should really throw out?
What?
What's one thing that you own that you should throw out?
The poop of my cats. I have 5.
Wow. What is the scariest animal?
Myself. No.
What kind of animal is that?
I need therapy.
The Juanita.
No, I think that maybe. Hold on.
Horse.
No. Well, yes, but no. I like. ¿Cómo dices cucarachas?
Cockroaches.
Cockroaches. Yeah. No.
Have you ever asked anyone for an autograph?
No. I'm really hoping to go to London to make a long line to have Tom Hiddleston autograph.
Who's that?
Tom Hiddleston? You don't know who's...
Oh, he's the guy on...
Is that Loki?
No,
Yes.
he's...
Yes.
the hailstones are the guys in Light Below Zero.
No, it's
that's not what she's
Loki.
talking
It's
about.
Loki.
No, she's talking about Loki
Yes.
from Marvel.
Hiddleston?
Hiddleston.
Hailstones.
Yeah.
They're from Light
What-
Below Zero.
Yeah.
Loki.
I love those guys.
What is the most overrated flower?
Ladies.
What's the most underrated flower?
I don't know.
Eso es como la flor que a ti te gusta que a nadie le gusta.
Right. I
It's
don't know
your
why.
opinion.
I don't know why I keep thinking about dollars instead of flowers.
There you go. What's your go-to way to relax?
Beach.
You get one artist or band to listen to for the rest of your life. Who would it be?
Metallica.
Nice.
What kind of flowers do you want at your funeral?
White. Roses.
You get one superpower. What would it be? Wait, what variety
No.
of roses? They're just
No,
white.
get
You
roses,
ordered
white,
just white.
white roses.
Any variety white?
Yeah. Anyone.
What
But
kind?
better if you give me now,
You get-
not to wait for the funeral, right?
You
I
get
want to
one
see them.
superpower. What would it be? What's your superpower?
Teletransportation.
And pick one TV or movie character to have lunch with. Who would it be?
Loki.
Loki, in case you're out there listening, here you go. Okay. All right, guys. So it's New Year's. This is our New Year's episode. We cannot end a New Year's episode without resolutions. Juanita, you got a resolution for 2023?
I really hope I can finish to learn French. I started,
Parlez-vous français?
Je ne parle pas français.
Oh, wow.
Mais
That
je
sounded
voudrais
great.
parler français.
Wow, you sounded pretty good there.
Yeah, I
Hello.
can have a sexy voice too. Yeah, I really love French language, and I have been studying
too.
it.
Hello.
But it's taking a little bit longer than I thought. So I really hope this year I can.
Do you speak any other languages besides English and Spanish?
No, I'm
French
just
is number
learning
2.
French. Yes, the next one. So hopefully I can go and visit France because I need to practice to learn it.
Just live in Paris for a month.
Something like that.
You can go to
know.
Montreal also.
No, they speak
French Canadian.
completely different French. They have an accent, a really difficult accent. Yeah,
Oh.
that's my personal thing. But
Okay. So resolution is to learn French. I like it.
right, you're right. But also, the farm. I think that to get the farm at 100% of production
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
fully, that would be very nice. Yeah, I think that's maybe
Fern?
do a little bit more of a sport. I don't practice any sport, and maybe to move a little bit more.
Mm.
Dancing, maybe. No, who knows?
Nice. Do more TikTok dances.
No.
More. Yeah, I saw you on TikTok the other day. You were loving it.
No. That was just Amelia's
Wani wants to
imagination.
be a social media influencer. She's ready.
No.
She's ready to take
No.
off. What about you, Ryan?
I got to get more organized. I got to get between my files and my day-to-day planning and getting more organized for sure.
It's a good thing. What about you, Mike?
Same as every year. I'm gonna lose weight. Pretty much. No, I want to continue to delegate some responsibility to others, and this year at the lake, instead of working every day for 12 hours at the lake, I think I'm going to take some time and actually have a vacation and disconnect a little bit.
Fucking A. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yes,
Pass the
please.
basket.
Something like that. That's kind of like yeah. This is 60, man. This is 60. 60
Hey, man,
is.
60 looks good on you.
I
man.
thought 50 was going to be a milestone, but I think 60 is like where you really. I don't know about other people who are 60 or above, but for me, this business takes a lot out of you mentally and as you get older, it gets more difficult to manage.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's kind of like my revolution. I'll probably be successful with everything except the weight loss. So we'll see. We'll see.
Hey man, you can do it.
We'll see.
You can do it. I promise you
see.
can do it.
We'll
help
see how
you.
it goes.
We're gonna help you either way. Either way.
We'll see how it goes.
But-
Sorry,
but
Oreos.
You know, what would happen with two fat guys talking about flowers if you lose?
Well, he's
together?
melting away.
We're fat at heart. We're
Ah,
fat at
okay,
heart.
okay.
Right now, it's 1.5 fat guys. Look at him.
No. I still got a lot of work. I
Right.
did lose 24 pounds this year. Nice and slow.
Wow,
Kept
muy
it off.
bien, muy bien.
Great weight. That's a great weight. I mean, my resolution, yes, I need to continue to lose weight. I want to be healthier.
Great.
You know, I need to be healthier for Jeff Fresh. I need to be
Sure.
healthier for my kids, my wife. During COVID, I stopped going to the gym. And I tried to go in the middle of COVID, and it was tough because you got to wear the mask, and I really couldn't get a workout in. So
Yeah.
my goal this year is to continue to lose weight, but to also get
Excellent.
back to going to the gym or working out or walking or, I tend to medicate and play some video games, guys, sometimes. So, I got to stop.
No, but you have Logan, so it's-
and that kid's got a ball of energy. You should see him
Right.
on the soccer field.
Right.
He's ready. He's the next.
So let me ask you,
Beautiful.
how much has, having a baby changed you?
Oh, it changes everything.
I mean, how much has it changed you, like, lifestyle-wise?
It changes everything. Everything revolves around Logan. Everything revolves around Logan.
Yeah.
So I get out of work. I pick up Logan every day. It's he's ready. He's ready for daddy time. I pick him up, and we go from there to soccer. Or we go home. We go eat. Then we go to soccer. You get out of soccer. Then it's
Right.
get home. And
So if you didn't have the baby, you would have just been on the sofa.
on the sofa,
Right.
on the
Yeah.
sofa, just doing nothing. And
I
that's
find
the
that's
difficult.
true because when we had, like,
Then you need another baby.
we got the puppy. We got the puppy. I'm up with the puppy
Right.
early in the morning, walking him. I walk
Right.
him when I get home. I walk him
You
before
see,
we
that's
go to
gonna
bed.
help you.
Yeah.
And those ones doesn't go to the university. So.
We were empty nesters. We were kind of empty nesters, but the puppy has kind of like given us a new thing to do. It's
And a good reason
So,
to get up and go
I mean,
somewhere.
I can appreciate how having a kid in the house at a young age is motivational for you.
And you showed me, you got to keep the kids busy. This kid Logan has a ton of energy. So soccer ends in February, right after Valentine's Day. Then he starts karate. Karate's next. Let's learn some discipline, and him and I will play fight. He'll karate chop me all day. It'll be fun.
He wants to practice with you.
I think it's
gotta
great. I think it's great. And from the outside looking in, I think you're a great dad. And
Thank you.
I'm very happy for you and your family.
Thank you. So those are my resolutions. Joel, you got any resolutions?
So I guess my resolution is also to keep my head straight, concentrate more on things I need to focus on, and to stay in the gym with my health.
Man, Joel's looking swole, guys. Ladies, he's young, he's swole, he's in the gym every day,
Are
putting
you
up
single?
No, don't tell that to Mike.
Yes.
He's gonna try.
So Joel
He's
is
gonna
single
find
and ready to
somebody.
mingle.
Now you're gonna get a new nameplate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
You're fucked.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know that's Mike's hobby, to find somebody.
He's the he's the hopeless romantic. He's the matchmaker.
Joel at jeffreshflowers.com. If you want to send your picture and your... are you on any of those dating sites?
No,
No
I'm
dating
not.
sites.
Just Instagram.
Instagram.
That's a dating
What's
site
your
What's your
itself.
Instagram?
He's full
Yeah.
of shit.
I'm not.
Not right now.
What's your Instagram title?
I'd rather not say on the pod right now.
Joel at jeffreshflowers.com. It's cool.
Man, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, you want to reach out to us, two fat guys at jeffreshflowers.com. That's the number 2 fat guys at jeffreshflowers.com. Juanita, what's your email address so people can get in contact with you?
Juanita at jetfreshflowers.com.
There you go. You want to put out your Instagram handle?
No, yes, it's J-O, like J-O, Coloma, like my last name.
J.O. Coloma. There you go. You can reach out to Juani. She's got a fountain of knowledge to share with you. She's an amazing grower, an amazing friend, a fierce tiger when it comes to business. She does not play around. Thank you so much for sharing your story and coming on with us.
Thank you very much.
She just got off the plane. She's dead tired. She's hungry. She's giving us all kinds of looks.
No, I'm
here.
very
You gotta
excited.
drop her off at the hotel.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
very
going.
excited to be here. I can't come very frequently, but when I'm here, I need to see my family. I need to see you guys, and thank you very much. I think that it's an honor to be with the two fat guys like you guys that are actually like a treasure for this industry.
Thank
a
you
legend.
so much, Juani.
Thank you.
Look, she's running game on us today. I love it. What is it called, Joel? It's not game anymore. What's it
Riz.
called? Riz. She's
Riz.
running Riz on us.
He's gonna say that all the time now.
It's true.
I gotta show off. Ladies and gentlemen, have an amazing New Year's. Happy New Year's. Thank you so much for listening. Stay tuned. We're going to have a lineup of guests for you for this upcoming year. I hope you have a happy New Year. This has been another episode of Two Fat Guys Talking Flowers, where we're always going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly about flowers. This is the last episode for the year. Happy New Year's. Happy holidays. I hope you had a great holiday
See you in
season.
2023.
Oh, yeah.
We got
2023, baby.
We got some good shows lined up.
Hell yeah. All
Thank
right,
you.
guys. Thank
Happy
you.
New Year.
Happy New Year.